Hello, I'm Ragnarok, and welcome to The Reckoning. So welcome back for our next episode of our single-player survival Let's Play. So in the last episode, we did that amazing villager breeder over there, and it has a lot of villagers in it. So we need to build two things still to get this whole system up and running. We need to make our villager profession choosing area, whatever you want to call it, converter, whatever. We're gonna make that right here, and that's what we're gonna do right now. And then after that, we need to make a villager trading center, which is gonna go over in that flat area right over there. And then that will be a complete set. So right now we're gonna do something a little different. So obviously, I said in the very first episodes, still pretty new to Minecraft. Only been playing for a handful of months, probably like 6 months now, maybe 5 months. I forget how long now. It's been a little bit of a while. But still learning the game. But I have I've picked up a lot as we've gone along. We've taken either repeated a lot of other people's redstone type things, or we've kind of like slightly modified them, but very, very slightly. Today we are going to do something that I want to do 100% from my brain. I'm sure other people have done stuff like it, but as far as how we're going to connect the redstone, I'm going to try to figure it out in today's video. I have a general idea already. I've kind of played around with it in my multiplayer world a little bit, but I haven't done exactly what I want to do today. So that's what we're going to do. But first things first, we need to get the outline of the building so we know what we can actually fit our redstone into. So that's what we're going to do first. Let's do that. Okay, so here we go. So I put the hole right here because I know this is where I wanted it to be somewhat in line with this station right there, because that's where they're going to come out. So they're going to come out straight here, and then I want it to turn. So I figure this is a good spot right here. This will be about the center of it. So this is going to be our first spot right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to put that down. Ew. Now that's actually a really cool color, but we're going to strip it like that. There we go. All right, next thing we need to do is we need to put down either side. So this is going to be a 3 by 2. And then what we're going to do is in the corner, we're going to put more stripped. And then we're just going to repeat. So it's a 3, 2, 1. And then it's going to go 2. We're going to leave a hole there. And that'll be 3. And then 2 again. And then 1. All right. Let me finish this circle. Okay, so now that we have the rough shape, as you can see, we have an in and out. I'll put a nice little window there, and here's our door. Now we need to work on the actual system. So first things first, let's put just a couple things down real quick. And what we need is 1, 2, 3. There we go. Okay, so that's your rail system. You're in and out. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put a 1 there and 1 there. There we go. Now we need to put 1 more down. Let's see. Where do we want this one? Let's see. 1, 2. Yeah, we could probably put it like right here. Yeah. Okay. All right. So let me show you my idea, what we're looking at here. So let me put temporary blocks down. And let me sleep real quick. Okay, so the point of this is what my goal of my whole thing I want to have here. Let's do that real quick. Is okay. So I'm gonna put a lever. Where are we gonna put this lever? Maybe like here. Yeah, and then maybe we'll put a block right here. Sure. Okay, so what the goal is this lever is gonna be our on-off, right? So whichever way it goes, on or off, it doesn't matter. I want it to be like this. Now, actually, so I want to flip it on or off. It doesn't matter. And I want... There you go. So that's going to be one direction. The carts are going to come in. There's going to put a button here that's going to run to the observer, or not observer, the dispenser that's over there. I want to push this button. The villager's going to come. It's going to hit that block and stop. Then I can sit here and I can lay down, the lectern, break it, lay down, break it, lay down, break it, until I get the trade I want. Then when I get the trade I want, I'll trade with them, And then what I want to do is I want to be able to hit this. And what I need to have happen is I need this one to do that first, just in case for some reason when this gets powered, it pushes them backwards. I just don't want a chance, and I don't want to have them like throw back into the system. So this will block the villager from in the minecart going backwards. Then what I need to do is I need to have this retract and that extend. And as you can see, now what I'll have to do is most likely, because he's not on a powered rail, I'll have to actually push him, which is fine. I'll just give him a quick push and then off they'll go. Now, the trick about this is that because I have two pistons opposing, they have to, the one that retracts has to retract first. So in this instance, if I flip the switch, this has to retract first, and then that one has to extend. But then when I flip it the other way, this one has to retract first, and this one extend. Because if I extend, the reason you do that is because if, as you can see, this can't push it, so it will actually break the system. So I need to make sure that they do opposite. And that's where the little redstone is, that the little trick that I'm going to have to come up with. Again, it should be very simple, but still learning redstone. So this is going to be a little bit of a, figuring out. Okay, so we dug down. I dug down about 4 deep. I figured that should be enough. Obviously, we can play with it as we go along. But what we need to do now is we need to get this switch hooked up to, let's start with this piston first, and then we'll go from there. So what we need is hook up this. So I'm going to do temporary block. Oh, did I grab my redstone? Yes, I did. Cool. There we go. Get the temporary block there. And that's going to be my first piece of redstone. So now what I need to do is I need to get this to that, and I need to sleep, of course. Okay, so what I need to do is I need to get from this to there. So again, we're going to do a, let me get that temp block back. Temp block there. You get it down to this level. Is that in line? It is in line. Okay. All right. So the one thing I need to make sure I do too is I need to make sure I put in, do I have, there it is. I have to make sure I put in systems for delay. So let us do, we'll just put a nice 4-tick delay on there. And there you go. So now we have a system. When it's on, this is retracted. So on will be a blocking, off will be ready for the carts to go through. So what we need is, if that's that way, this needs to be extended also. So let's put that system in next. Okay, so like I said, we need to make sure that this one is also extended. So again, temp block, put that there. And then what we need is this to connect to this. So we'll probably just do, that should be more than enough. There we go, little system there. Get rid of the temps. Actually, let's get rid of this one too, just to get it out the way. Put that there. And do I want 1 repeater or do I want 2? I think I'm just going to go with 1 for now. We can always put another one. Oops, wrong button. All right. Perfect. So like I said, this one needs to extend first. That one needs to extend after, just in case that powers and pushes them back. It doesn't, retracting, I don't care. These are the only 2 I care about retracting. So now what we need to do is we need to get this line over there, but we need to put in a system that will flip-flop it where this retracts first, but this one extends first from the other one. So that's where the delays are going to come in. So let me look at this a little bit and try to figure something out, and I'll be right back. Okay, so what we're going to do here is, I think I have an idea. So I put these 2 down right here. I just put them spaced apart. So what I think we're going to do, and this will help carry the signal up, but also invert it, is we have 2 of them. So now when this one is, well, the goal is when this one is off, this one's going to be on, which means this one has to be off. So these states should match. So I need to get this one powered off right now. So we're going to bring, oops, wrong button again. We're going to bring the redstone down here. And what I need to put in, which is going to make this whole thing possible, is a comparator. So we're going to just put a straight line to that. So that takes care of powering on. So now what we need to do, and that will ensure that it gets powered on first, because there's basically no repeaters, so it's instant. Actually, well, I can't remember if comparators actually add a tick delay when they work. But either way, there's going to be less delay than the delay set with the repeater over there. So now what we're going to do is we're going to carry this line. It's going to be the same line. I need to go up 1. I need to go up 2. Then we're going to need a brick with a redstone torch. And there we go. So now the goal of this is, let's do this on max delay. And let's see if this works. Let's see if my logic is working here. Okay, so that retracted first, then that extended. Now, if this will either work or not, this needs to, in reverse, retract first, and that needs to extend second. Ooh, it works. We can probably put actually a little bit of a less delay on this, just so it's not so weird. Let's try that. Might as well try to make things as fast as possible. Nice. Can actually put less of a delay on it, but so let me explain my thought process here. Okay, so here's the thought process. I'm going to use this torch as a temporary, but typically there'd be, a second ago we showed the redstone here like that. So we're just going to show this as an example, just so we can get an idea of how this works. So essentially, when I take away this power here, this should turn off instantaneously, which would retract this pretty much instantaneously, and it will guarantee it will retract it before this one extends because I have these 2 repeaters here. Okay, so what gets it to flip-flop and push it before the other one? So we're going to take this away, instantaneously retract. Now, what's going to happen is I'm going to hit this torch here, and you're going to see this comparator turn on probably like a second or whatever after this line turns on. So watch it. You'll see this line turn on, but you won't see the comparator turn on for a little bit after. There you go. Okay. So the reason that happens is because there's a power source going into here. This power source is stronger than this power source. So comparators go, basically, if the power source that's going in is stronger than the power source coming into the back, do not put power out the front. So essentially, this will not put power to here and turn this torch off until this power source is either less than this or gone entirely. So when I put the torch down, that's going to power this. Then there's a delay. Then this turns off, which would be delayed. And then this will turn off here, which will allow the power to go through. So all we did is we put a delay on the off, but not a delay on, and then left no delay on the on. And there you go. And that's basically how that works. I don't know if I explained it well. Like I said, still new to power, redstone, but I know it works. It's definitely working. But I may be not good at actually explaining the process. But either way, I think I'm pretty happy with this. I think it's looking pretty good. So now what we do is I'm going to clean this up. I'm going to put some stone underneath these lines because I don't like having dirt underneath my redstone. And then I'm going to seal this up with the floor. I'll make sure to, I'm basically seal this in with a lot of dirt. And I'll put a bunch of torches and stuff down here and lanterns and stuff, just so we can not cause any delay with the redstone light updates and stuff like that. Okay, so here's our building. You know, nothing crazy, little small, emulates a lot of our other buildings, just a little smaller. Actually, it's pretty similar to, I think it's pretty similar to, it's Actually, yeah, similar to these two buildings right here. So it's a little smaller than this one, a little bigger than this one. So you know, keeping the same kind of feel. Wanted to go with something a little different. We're gonna use a lot of like nether type stuff in our trading center. So I wanted to pull a little bit of that in, make a transition. Plus, I haven't used dark oak yet. So you know, we have similar build styles. The materials are vastly different as you go around the farm and stuff like that. Especially once you start migrating this way, you'll start getting towards like nethery type stuff. So that's kind of cool. You know, it feels like it's made by a similar builder and stuff like that. But yeah, I kind of like it. So what we need to do now is we need to get this little station. I want to make sure my villagers are protected when they get transported from the breeder. I don't want to have a chance of I'm in there and it's nighttime and then they come out here and there's a, you know, a creeper here or a zombie or something. I don't have to worry about that. So what we're going to do is we're going to build them in. Okay, so this is going to be pretty narrow. It's going to be just big enough for the carts to make it through. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we'll do that again. 4, 5. And then again. We'll stop there. And there you go. So what I think I want to do is every 5 sections, I want to have a little stone thing like this. And then we'll do this. And then up here, this is where I'm going to have at least one light source and then a cap. So then they come in 2 wide. I'm getting a light source in there, so I don't have to worry about that. Although I'm pretty sure nothing can spawn on the rails. So what we want to do just to change it up a little bit is we're actually going to put these stairs upside down. Like that. Let me get up there. And then at the top, we're going to put a cap, which will help make it somewhat uniform. And then in the middle, we are going to put our blue glass. There you go. And I think I kind of like that. That's actually kind of cool. So let me finish this up and then we'll come right back. All right, so we got this done. Pretty easy, nice and quick. Nothing fancy, but it actually looks really, really good. It actually kind of looks fancy, to me at least. So, yeah, I got a nice safe transport system here. Goes into there, fits pretty well. We have a nice little build here. Let's go inside. I put a bunch of lanterns around just to make sure it's lit up in here. We have this. I got this down. I changed the tick on it just slightly. So as you can see, pretty quick. This is where we'll store a lot of our workstations. As we know how many we need, we'll store them here. Maybe some other items that you need just to trade with villagers, just so we can lock that first trade in and stuff like that. But let's see if it works, right? So let's push the button, and we'll sit there and read. And I ran this button. All I did was it's just redstone and repeaters to the dispenser. So there you go. Came in, no problem. So we're gonna sit down here. We're gonna trade. You know, we'll put down the lectern. We'll check the trade. Once we get that, we'll lock it in. Then what we'll do is we'll hit the switch, which I'll hit it facing this way so we can see. There you go. So now there's no possible way he can go this way. And then we'll just give him a little push. And off he goes. And that works perfectly. And then when we're ready for the next one, we just hit it back, hit the button, and we wait. Okay, so it looks like we got our trading center done, or not trading center, our conversion center done. We have a nice little pipeline. So what we'll probably do is we'll make a lot of temporary pipelines to get things places, but eventually we'll probably make like a permanent pipeline coming out the other side too, just so it kind of looks more industrial. But we'll probably be moving villagers so many different places that we probably won't put one of those on the other side, one of these little, you know, protected areas on the other side until we get a little bit farther in the trading hall and stuff like that. So next episode is definitely going to be the trading hall because, like I said, I need that mending now. So thank you so much. I appreciate it. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you also hit that subscribe button, helps out the channel greatly. And it'll notify you when I drop the next episode. As soon as I drop it out, when I get the trading center done in the next episode, I will reveal the seed. So stay tuned for that. I'll just post it. It'll be nice text on the screen at some point in the video. So come see that episode as soon as I drop that one. Otherwise, had a real fun time. Let me know in the comment section below if you have any questions or comments or anything like that. You know, any suggestions. I'm sure that what I did for redstone wasn't the most, like, fancy redstone. I'm sure there's a couple of things I probably said a little wrong, but it functions the way I want it to function, whether I was able to relay that information properly. But let me know if there's any other tricks you could think of to actually make that better. Like I said, I'm still learning the redstone stuff. I had a lot of fun figuring it out, though. And actually, that part of this episode actually took me about a good hour. Funny enough, I was sitting there and I was laying down redstone and picking it back up and laying it down and trying this and that. So it took me a good amount of time. That would have been way too much for this episode. But either way, I had fun. I'm glad it works. And, we're learning little by little. So, who knows? A couple months from now and we'll be, episode 50 and we'll be just like a redstone god. So maybe. Either way, thank you so much. I'll see you guys in the next one. As always, fear the reckoning.